Hi, it's day 5 of Guitarist in the Week, and today I'm going to add a couple more chords to your repertoire. These are open chords that you will need further down the road. So let's get going. The first chord I'm going to show you today is an E major chord. Now I've already shown you an E minor. The major chord just has one extra finger on it, so if we play the E minor with those two fingers, the ones in the middle there, like that, if we put our first finger down on the G string on the first fret, you've got E major. You play all other strings, so very nice. So have a strum around with that. It's a happy chord, it's a jolly chord. The next chord I'm going to show you, what we're going to do is we're going to take those three fingers that are furthest away from your thumb, and I'm going to put them on the second fret. So each of them is going to pick a string, the D string, the G string and the B string on the second fret. And you can lift up your first finger. We don't need that down anymore. And this is an A major chord. So we just play from the A string. So we ignore the fat bottom one and we're going to play every string from the A string. And you're going to need that one. So these are essential shapes. These major shapes, along with any minor shapes I've shown you so far, are movable, which we'll get to when I cover bar chords. But for now, practice. And if you can practice changing between them, your hand doesn't have to move a huge amount, so it's good to know. There are a couple of songs that you can play now that you've added those chords to your repertoire. Before I show you those songs, I'm going to show you an A minor. We have our A chord here, like I've shown you. To make it a minor chord, we've only got to change one note, and that's the one that our little finger is currently on. It needs to go down a fret. So if we lift our little finger off and put our first finger down on the B string on the first fret, A minor. And again, you're just playing from that low A string. And you'll notice it's exactly the same shape as your E major, but we've moved it to the next lot of strings. So you can change between an A minor and an E by just changing the strings. Your fingers are staying in that same shape. And the only thing that changes is the frets, and that when you drop down to the E, you're playing this low note, and when you go to the A minor, you're playing the A string as your lowest note. So there we go. Absolutely essential chords. So what can we play now? I'm glad you asked. I'm going to show you how to play 500 Miles by the Proclaimers, which starts with an E major. So we go. When I wake up, well, I know I'm gonna to A, be the man who, and then we can do a B5, which is one of our power chords. So that would be first finger on the second fret, and then the next two fingers on the fourth fret on the D and the G. So just like that. Yeah. So we're gonna go. Well, I know I'm gonna be the man who, and then back to E. And the chorus is just the same. It's just more like, there you go. And that's your whole damn song. You could also do Not Fade Away, which is a Buddy Holly one, I think. So a bit quicker those changes, but you go in E to A to back to E. And then you do A to D, back to A. And again, that's all you need for that song. So there you go, you got another couple of songs that you can have a little stab at, and some more chords that have hopefully been demystified if you're looking up songs to play and you think, well, what the hell's one of those? Then now you know, and you've got some basic shapes, and if you remember those shapes, like this E major one is the same as an A minor one if you move these fingers up to the higher strings. I've already shown you E minor. It's only one note different. And A major to minor, it's one note different.